Let's talk about NEOS. So NEOS is a law practice management software tool, and in today's conversation, I want to do an in-depth review of NEOS so we have a clear idea what we're getting ourselves into when you talk about NEOS. So here is a synopsis I want you to pay attention to. So NEOS, actually powered by Assembly Software, is cloud-based case management software from the makers of Needles and TrialWorks. So Assembly has Needles and TrialWorks as well. And so although the company has been in the law practice management software game for quite some time, this offering is a relatively new player in the market. So when you think about NEOS, I want you to think about the umbrella company here is Assembly Software. Okay, and so when we talk about costing, everything is customized. You have to contact the company to actually get an idea about the pricing. Now, some people might say, well, this transparency is bad, or this lack of transparency is bad. And some people might say, well, it really is worth it to actually contact the firm so they can give you a bespoke price. In our view, this is true. Sometimes it's very complicated to give a price based on the configuration that the clients, without knowing the configuration that the clients wants to have. So when you think about the NEOS, I want you to think about an all-in-one solution that we love a lot. Now, there are a few things that they need to improve on. For example, they have a weak document assembly process. There is no Google integration, and their accounting configuration is kind of weak in our view. So when you think about NEOS, think about a configuration through the web, but also through the cloud. So you have this sort of hybrid. You can have web or cloud configuration. Okay, and in terms of software integrations, this NEOS software actually integrates with LawPay, Microsoft Office 365, Microsoft Outlook. You have QuickBooks Online, which is really great if you have a small to mid-sized law firm. And it really integrates through with Zapier. Also, you have DocuSign, you have MailChimp. So MailChimp is kind of cool, especially for email marketing. Your clients, really setting up your clients for email marketing. You have Microsoft Office 365 Calendar. So this is kind of cool. You have QuickBooks. So you have QuickBooks Online, but you also have QuickBooks. You have Ring Central. You have Lexitas. You have CasePulse. You have CopyTrack. You have EquiTrack. You have PaperCut. You have Kanika Minolta. You have SharePoint. And you have NEOS Texting. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the most important features that you can have in NEOS. And again, I want to say that when we talk about NEOS, we're talking about all-in-one law practice management software, and everything is under Assembly Software. Okay, you really need to specify that. So one thing we love about NEOS is that you have case matter management within the software. This is really great. You're able to implement case management in different ways in order to manage information specific to your clients, but also to your firm. So NEOS does provide that. And within NEOS, you have client content management. So you basically are able to manage clients. You're able to manage contacts without needing a third-party CRM. So client relationship management. Okay. So NEOS on its own can really help you with that functionality. You also have task management within NEOS. So you're able to create tasks with due dates, for instance. Okay, and you can associate those tasks with cases, matters. Okay, and you can assign those tasks to different lawyers in your practice. This is kind of cool. And within NEOS, you have advanced task management, or you can also set up your software to basic task management. It really depends on what kind of configuration you want to have. You also have calendar functionalities within NEOS. This is really great. So this means what? It means a full calendar clients, not just an integration with Outlook or Google Calendar. So you have that. You have this level of granularity within NEOS when it comes to calendar. The same level of granularity you have it also when it comes to timekeeping. So you're able to basically bill by the hour. Okay, or even if you don't bill by the hour, you can still find NEOS timekeeping features really interesting. One thing we love within NEOS also is that you have a pretty robust, in our view, conflict checking feature that allows you to really comply with all kinds of laws and regulations. This is really good. And one thing I want to say also is that we also love the email client functionality that you have within NEOS. This sort of complements what I said earlier about NEOS helping you with client management, and contact management. And if you remember, I also said to you that Neos has MailChimp integrations. So this is kind of cool. And we have also learned that they also integrate with Constant Contact and Bravo. So those are email marketing software tools, and Neo does have those integrations. So this is kind of cool. So in terms of email clients, Neos does have a full email client. This is just fantastic. Also, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Neos. This is a Neos review. This is a Neos law practice management software review. Let's talk about text messaging. Now, text messaging is another feature you have within Neos. This is just fantastic. So if you are running, let's say you have a law firm and you just running your law firm from multiple offices, having this text messaging capability, actually leveraging it, is really good. Neos does have it. You also have document management within Neos, pretty robust. We really robust. We have actually tested it, and a lot of our clients have said to us that Neos document management is really good. So you're able to add documents and associate them with your cases and matters within Neos. You also have document assembly. So this is kind of cool. So you're able to load your firm's document templates into Neos. And so you are able to save time and ensure consistency across your cases and matters. Okay. And the cool thing here is that you have a process that's suitable for form letters, invoices, etc. And also for advanced document assembly, you also have the required functionality within Neos. You also have a secure client portal within Neos. This is kind of cool. And the cool thing here is that Neos has placed, I would say, a strong emphasis, if you will, on security, and security both ways. So your own firm security in terms of data, in terms of processes, but also your clients' security. So we're talking here about the data, but also the processes, the exchange of data. Okay, and you have a basic bookkeeping and full accounting functionalities within Neos, and you also have an integration to a QuickBooks Online, Zoho Books. You also have an integration with FreshBooks. You have an integration with Wave. So all those are accounting software tools, and Neos does integrate with them, not a problem, either natively or through a third-party app called Zapier. So you're able to get all kinds of, let's say, tons and tons and tons of integrations. You also have a trust accounting. So Neos actually it has a trust accounting capability. So you are able to either natively or through a third-party Zapier app. So you're able to have you can track your client trust accounts, and which is really cool. And so you also have billing and invoicing. You have online payments, and you have within Neos an open API that allow you to actually bring in third-party apps. Fantastic. Let me talk to you about the specs here that you need to really have in mind when you think about Neos here. Now, when we talk about Neos, you have all kinds of specs. First of all, you have case management. So within Neos, all your files are organized the way you want them. And what we love about Neos here is that you can structure your cases to meet your unique needs with configurable case types and customizable layouts. You can communicate with clients directly from Neos via client portal, and you can also have SMS test or Outlook email. Now, the only problem we have seen in our research is that the SMS text feature sometimes doesn't work. So especially when you're dealing with multiple clients, this part of things doesn't really always work. So this is something to be aware of. And in terms of integrations, this is an area that Neos can really do better on. Really, it integrates with a few essential tools, but it's not enough, really. I mean, Neos integrates with you have Microsoft Office 365, DocuSign, QuickBooks, RingCentral, and more, right? But they still need to add more, because the thing is, you want to have all kinds of tools and all kinds of software integrations that allow you to have your firm's workflows taken care of. And you want to do everything you want to do everything within Neos. You do not want to open 1,000 browsers while working on a case or multiple cases. And so another spec that we have found in Neos is that you are able to accept e-payments, so you can get paid faster with LawPay and disperse funds right from Neos with digital disbursements. So this is actually one of the fastest and most secure ways to send and receive payments that we have seen in our experience. And we also love the fact that the specs around billing and invoicing are also really great. The thing is that Neos actually they are able to give you access to a QuickBooks desktop or QuickBooks Online right from Neos. You also have Zoho Books in some cases, and they are working on integrating PayPal and Stripe for those law firms and solo practitioners that want to have this capability. So that people who want to get paid through like other ways, Neos is working on that. And Neos, the specs also are sort of interesting around client intake. So you're able to customize intake questionnaires for every case and every case type, and leverage dynamic fields to get prospect information in record time with fewer mistakes. You also have we love document management. Also, you're able to use advanced search and custom naming to make finding that needle in a haystack in a snap. And basically, you can automate document generation and batch document generation to reduce errors and leverage the rich case library and powerful template options you have within Neos. We also love the fact that you have OCR technology that allows you to do a superlative search and PDF editing. You also have advanced analytics, so this is kind of cool. And this is actually so you're able to actually leverage historic firm data from your private data lake to visualize firm, group, and individual performance directly in Neos. This is just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Neos review. About Neos, this is a law practice management software. So this is a Neos law practice management software review. Let's talk about reporting and analytics. So when we talk about the specs, they're really important. I mean, this is really one area where Neos really adds value. So reporting and analytics are really great because you're able to build custom dashboards that track all the metrics that matter most to your firm, and set up reports to be automatically emailed to you at a predetermined cadence. Now, this is one of those things where you want to really what we call, actually inserting efficiency within your practices operations, and you want to actually have this sort of a rhythmic, sort of analytic process, and you are able to see things right off the bat. You also have automation. So within Neos, you're able to set up custom automated workflows that trigger when a checklist item status changes, like sending a retainer agreement via SMS or an email update to a client when a case reaches a certain milestone. And this is kind of cool because this is kind of similar to what we see usually within project management software tools. Okay, you are even able to dynamically populate intake forms 24/7 from calling or web sources with no human oversight required. So this is kind of cool. This is what we talk about, the automation capabilities, if you will, within Neos. In terms of communication, this is another aspect that it's sort of critical within Neos. Basically, you can communicate effortlessly thanks to add mentions with alerts for internal messaging and Neo Premium texting. So basically, you also have email, you have client portal channels for your clients, and this is kind of cool. Now, one thing we have seen is that Neos integrates with Ring Central. I think I said this earlier. And so you can actually, the cool thing is you can use Ring Central to instantly identify and automatically document client calls, then keep tabs on all incoming and outgoing calls in the communication center. What we have seen other software have this sort of functionality in depth. And this is, you have Amicus Attorney and Abacus Law. Abacus Law actually have that as well as Carrot Legal. So those are really good. And you also have medical records retrieval, so you can save your firm's hours of valuable time by using one of Neos's HIPAA compliant medical records retrieval partners to pull records directly into Neos. So this is kind of cool. So overall, you have a software tool that really integrates with all kinds of functionalities. You are able to move through cases faster and with better outcomes with automated tools that take care of time-consuming tasks for you. This is what Neos does. I mean, of course, the software is still being upgraded, being improved upon, but right now you are able to use this software to have more time and to actually spend more time away from administrative's to-dos, which means what? You have more time to do what's needed to win the case. Let's talk about pricing here. So the thing is that, as you can see on the screen here, when it comes to pricing, you have to contact the NEOs directly. They do not publish the pricing on the website. Now, some people, as I've said before, some people might say, well, this is really good, and some people might say this is not good. Well, it really depends. It really depends. But hey, listen, if you have NEOs wants you to contact them. But this is the same for all assembly software sort of products, though. They do not publish the pricing. You need to contact them. So you have two ways to contact NEOs to actually get more information. You can actually send an email to sales@assemblysoftware.com, okay? Or you can call 410-363-1976. Again, the number here is 410-363-1976. And or you can actually just fill out a short form on their website, and basically you give your first name, last name, your work email, your phone number, and your firm name, and your states also, and somebody will contact you. Now the thing here is that you need to understand that basically when they contact you, they'll ask a few questions about your needs first, the size of your firm, the number of attorneys that you would like to onboard if you were to go with NEOs. They will also ask you what cases matters do you predominantly work on, and what are your needs around document management and file transfer, okay? And then based on the answers that you give to them, they'll actually quote you a certain price. And so the cool thing we love about NEOS is that you have all kinds of features, especially great ones. You have a native intake and advanced reporting, for instance. You have automatic timekeeping, and this is kind of cool, especially if you just want to focus on the case but still get paid anyway. So you want to be able to have billable hours and non-billable hours. You want to have this segregation, this distinction between billable hours and non-billable hours. This is something that NEOS does it really well. You have activity feed. You have comprehensive document management. So this is kind of important. Again, if you are working on cases and matters that require, or at least that make you process, let's say, large documents, you want to have this comprehensive, end-to-end document management with advanced security, like in military grade AES 256 security, okay? And you also want to have a settlement calculator, so you have that feature within NEOS. You also have integrations. I think I've said this before. So integrations to some of the tools that really matter. You have Law Toolbox, you have Zapier, you have CasePlus, you have LawPay, you have MailChimp, you have Yoast, you have a Case Status, you have Connect, you have, to name a few. Okay, so you have a lot of tools here. Let me give you the extras before we close to this conversation. The whole thing is that when you think about NEOS, you have to think about a lot of functionalities. As a matter of fact, they have introduced recently the NEOS AI. So this is artificial intelligence, and they're really sort of riding the wave of artificial intelligence. But when you think about NEO, think about the fact that it is actually as a cloud-based practice management system. You are able to access your files from anywhere. You have that your internet, if you have an internet connection and a modern web browser, okay. And but NEOS actually is constantly upgrading its platform. This is really cool. But the thing is that it would have been nice if they published a little bit of their pricing, but no, they want you to contact them to really to really have all the info. But when we talk about the NEOS and in terms of security, really great. I think I just said it to you that they use AES 256. This is military or banking security level. So this is kind of cool. This is really good. So the platform also uses a secure second layer SSL connection to protect information while it is in transit, okay? Additionally, NEOS stores the cloud information on Microsoft servers through the Azure product, okay? And so NEOS integrates really well with Microsoft 365. It has an Outlook email add-on as well as a calendar sync. But what really sets it apart is its integration with SharePoint instead of OneDrive, which gives your firm access to the full functionality of Microsoft's built-in document management and collaboration features. So this is really good. And so we also love the fact that NEOS is actually can really help you. Actually, like they can handle your trust accounting, and this is really great. And so if your firm actually has a lot of business in that area where you actually you need to monitor, you need to manage your clients' trust accounts, you will love NEOS capabilities in that domain. And we love the fact that Neos can really help you actually automate documents because they do have mail merge style document assembly functionality built in. This means what? It means that you are able to handle things like filling out templates or creating engagement letters for PNCs. And so this is kind of cool. And so overall, we love the fact that Neos is compatible with both PC and Mac. This is really cool. It is a cloud-based solution, so it is compatible with any machine running a modern browser. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I gave you a Neos review. And so here is the recap here. So I spoke to you about the synopsis. I gave you the features. I talked to you about the specs. We talked about pricing, the extras, and then finally, the value added. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.